What if you went into settings and went into games and canceled games?
Oh, believe me, it will be canceled, Mom. Don't even, yeah.
What'd she say? What if you went into
Oh, life is grand! Ladies, I did it! I don't know what I did, but I did it!
Woohoo! Sound!
Woo!
Life is grand!
Well, what did you do? What did you do?
Kim says I dare you.
Yeah.
Oh, ladies. Okay, Mom, you got to turn your sound off.
All right, hurry up, put on guest before you lose it again.
How do we turn her sound on?
No, Kayak, I didn't have any wine, and I should have. Get her right. Yeah. There we go. No more echo, guys. Mom had her computer going in the background, so that's what you were hearing. Oh my God, I can't believe I did it.
Finally.
What I had to do was OBS is the software that I use to be able to go upload, and something got messed up with my OBS. I had to go in and delete that and put in a whole brand new one. Anyhow, it's working. Let me fix the camera so you can see my beautiful sister and my no longer stressed me.
Yeah, I'm so glad I don't have to deal with this stuff anymore, you guys. It's like, you know, everything's fine. You walk away and then you come back and it's all falling apart. And now Mom has her computer going again. Phew! It's a good thing the quilt that I'm showing you today is simple, because if there was any trickiness to it, we wouldn't be able to do it today. We'd be, well, we would. Did you suggest that we had a glass of wine? Well, yeah, we'd be having a glass of wine. So anyway, I think Margaret's going to get the camera set up so that I can show you this quilt. I don't know where this design came from, but it popped up on my Facebook feed a few weeks ago of a YouTube video that I did years ago with it. And you know how Facebook, I don't know how that happened. And I had totally forgotten that I made it. So the quilt, I call it, is the innie outie quilt. You turning me so I don't know. There. So can you see it? So this is what I call the innie outer quilt. It's a ragged edged quilt, so it's a very quick and very easy. You can easily quilt this at home on your sewing machine. It's just fun and it works perfect for any pre-cut. I did it today in the charm squares that Margaret has that are flower sacks. Me and my sister designed flower sacks. So I did it with 5-inch squares, but you can do it with 10-inch squares too. Obviously, it makes a bigger quilt, but it's super, super easy. So I'm going to show you how to do that.
Okay.
Do you need to change anything?
Yep, I gotta move. Okay, ladies, I'm going to slide you around the studio so you get to see Frank, you get to see my mother, and you get to see the mess behind me. You ready?
Okay.
Here we go. I'm going to try to do it fast so you can't see the huge mess.
Tell her that they don't get dizzy.
No, I want to do it fast so they don't see the mess. There's my mom. Wave, Mom.
So I have to show you. You guys they can see me. There's a little bit of light behind me.
Yeah.
You guys are always asking me what I'm working on. So can you see this guy?
Hang on.
Here's the pattern. And so it's a gnome, and I'm trying to decide what to do for his nose. They have an orange nose on it, and I think that's absolutely very silly. It's not Halloween, it's Christmas. So I'm trying to decide, do I do a flesh colored nose? Do I do a pink nose? Do I do a red nose? I don't know. So
I vote for pink.
yeah, that's what I'm sort of
Yeah, I
leaning
did
towards.
too, Mark.
Well, of course you would vote for pink.
Well, you know.
That's all she ever wants is pink. So anyway, I started him last night, but I think he's pretty cute, and I'm gonna make. And then I ordered the beard, which is actually wool, but it must have been a very curly sheep or something, because the wool is real curly. So that's
Isn't
what
he adorable?
that's what I started last night. And then this one, so this, in September, when I was out in the Ohio area, I met the author of this book, Corey Turner Goodhart, and I love her stuff. It's slightly whimsical, has embroidery with the piecing, and I just really liked it. So I made this. I got the binding sewn on. That's why it looks kind of silly, but I have the binding sewn on. I was going to sew it on my way up to Margaret's. Remembered this and my needle and my scissors, and I forgot my thread. So I couldn't work on it. But this is for my daughter and her family for Christmas, and that's out of Corey's book. So that's what I'm working on.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, isn't that cute? Can you see it?
Here.
Of course, my granddaughter was up on my design wall, and my granddaughter says, "Am I supposed to see this, Oma?"
Isn't it cute?
Anyway, that's for my daughter's family for Christmas. All right, on to the project. Can you guys see my eyes?
No.
Or you just see my... There, that's better. Okay, so charm squares or layer cakes. It doesn't matter, you guys.
See,
It works
I get
equally
to see.
well for either one.
There.
Where's my little yellow cheat sheet? Are you going to show that when we sew?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So here's charms and layer cakes. And you need a background. This was the background that I used in my quilt. So the background is consistent throughout. So you're going to use this for the background for every square. All right. So you take a 5-inch square. Could you get me that one over there that's round? And out of every 5-inch square, you're going to get an innie block. This is what I call this is the outie. Sorry, this is the outie block. And this is the innie block. All right, so if we do the math, you've got 40 charm squares in a package. And so you're going to get 80 5-inch squares out of this when you're done. So you need 1.5 yards of background if you're using a charm square and 1 charm pack, and that'll get you 80 blocks. All right, so outie, innie. That's how I got the name. Innie, outie. All right, 2 blocks. So this is what you're going to do. And then you need the circle cut ruler. This is the one that I used. I'm sure there's others, but I love this one. Margaret got it in stock for us. So can you, I should have worn a black. Can you guys see that? So it has grooves in it.
See the grooves?
See the grooves? So you take your charm square and you're going to fold it, and you put the fold right along this bottom line. All right, you're going to fold it in half. And then the other thing that you want is your smaller size rotary blade cutter, your rotary cutter. I think this is a 28 millimeter. The reason you can use your 45, but it makes it much more difficult, because what happens is if you're using your 45, you're in this groove and you're going around and you get about 3/4 of the way around and you get hung up. With the 28, it just goes right around easily. 45 will work. 28 is just smoother cut.
And the other thing is, this ruler will do from a 2-inch finished all the way up to a 10-inch. So you've got a lot of spread there in size.
Right. So
Okay.
you can use it for whether you're doing a layer cake or whether you're doing a charm square. Either one, it doesn't matter. This will take you through both of those pre-cuts. All right. So we're going to take our 5-inch square. There's my 5-inch square. Oh, they're not going to be able to see me though, are they? You need an overhead.
I do.
Ooh.
I need a second camera.
We need to do something about that. Now, so you're gonna find the center of your 5-inch square, but this quilt it's so forgiving. Is an understatement. It's so. Did any of you ever make those rag quilts? Where what were they? 2 squares, and you
sewed them together, and then you snipped all the edges.
Yeah, and you cut and you cut and you cut, and there, you couldn't tell whether anything was right or wrong. Well, this is sort of the same thing, but I would suggest that you try to find the center of your 5-inch square, and there's a center mark on your ruler. So line those up. Put the fold on the fold line of the ruler. Now with the 5-inch square, I've got a couple options. I can either cut it as a 4-inch circle or a 3-inch circle. I'm going to do a 3-inch because you need to take into consideration when, here's your outie. When this gets sewn together, I'm going to lose a 1/4 inch. So if I cut my circle so that it was a 4-inch circle, I really am cutting it close with my seam allowance because you really want about a 1/4 inch left over that's going to get raggy.
Yeah.
I guess that's the correct terminology.
And
raggy.
see, right here is what Sue's talking about. On the innie, is this the innie one?
Yeah, that's the innie.
On the innie block, if you cut it at the other one, it would be way out here, and you would totally lose that framing.
Right.
The
And
ruler
you won't have any threads left really to be able to
fray.
fray. So you want to take that into consideration when you're deciding which size to cut.
It's called the Circle Cut Ruler, Hazel.
By Sharon Holtgren.
Yep.
She designed
they're
it.
right out on my website if you need to see what one it is.
Okay, so I decided that I'm going to cut the 3. So I'm just going to take my 28 rotary cutter and go right around in a circle. So here's my outie. And here's my fingers will work. And here's my innie. All right, so we're going to back those on our backing fabric. Remember I said the backing fabric is consistent throughout the quilt? So I'm just going to put it on that. And again, roughly center. Nothing has to be exact, but just eyeball it. You don't have to measure it. And here's my innie. Okay? I'm going to put 1 pin in the center of this, and then I'm going to take it over to my sewing machine. Actually, Margaret's going to sew because I have no clue how to even...
She tried to lower the presser foot.
Yeah, I couldn't even get that down. So what we're going to do is we're going to sew a 1/4 inch inside the circle, the print that we cut from the charm square. And on the innie, we're going to sew, again, a 1/4 inch in from the edge on our print fabric that was the charm square. Okay?
Okay.
So, we'll fling the camera around
We're going to
again.
fling you around. You'll see all the disaster. Don't tell anybody. Say hi to my mom first. There's Frank. Whoop, disaster's gone.
Okay, guys.
Okay. Somebody's messaging somebody.
Okay.
Okay. Are
All
you
right.
going to sew or am I
No,
going to sew?
because seriously, I don't even know how to.
Okay.
You sew. I'll be the instructor.
Okay, you be the instructor. Guys, when my sister was up there telling us about the outie one, do you want to know what I want to do on mine? I want to do a design right here in the center. So this would be like the perfect quilt to practice your free motioning on.
Definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's right.
So you could have a blast on the inside of this. I know, flingy. Let's see. All right, so I'm just gonna sew a 1/4 inch.
1/4 inch from the edge of your charm square.
Okay. Now,
Don't
what
sew
happens?
just on the background. You want to be sewing on the print part.
Okay, so I got my opening here and then my print part here. Now, do I have to do it straight or can I just like go nuts?
No, go straight. Yeah. What do you mean by go nuts?
Well, like, could I do
she has a fancy machine because she's a Burning ambassador.
Yeah. Can I do like? Well, not
No,
necessarily.
I wouldn't.
Could I do like a small stitch around it, like
But
a
why
little
you could,
zigzag?
but why would you want to?
Because you know your sister.
It takes you longer to stitch a fancy stitch than it does a straight stitch. All you want to do is get that.
Can you tell she's my sister?
Remember
Get it done.
who won the New Year's Day competition?
Her.
Me.
Yeah.
Because I don't screw around.
She just
So
gets
it's
it done.
So a straight stitch.
All right, I'll do what you told me to
Alright.
do.
And it's really very forgiving, guys. For
Is it?
those of you that maybe haven't sewn on circles yet, because some people, certainly haven't. Once you get that moving through your machine, it's really pretty easy. And if you have the ability on your machine, you can, instead of putting it on rabbit speed, put it on turtle speed. Until you get used to going around the.
Yeah, because there
The
is something
circle.
different about going around
Oh,
a circle.
definitely. Yeah, there is.
If you can lower the pressure on your feed dogs, I do suggest that you do that. Because, guys, I've never made this before, and I'm stitching around it right now, and I did have to lower the pressure on my feed dogs to make it go through easier.
Okay. My machine doesn't do that, or if it does, I didn't know it did, so I've never done that.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
So she's got the outie done.
Yeah, I don't look at, but that won't
Oh, that's
matter.
all right.
You won't see that?
Nope.
You
not at all.
promise me?
All right.
As you go and show everybody my mistake?
All right. So, see what we got, guys? We should have done it in bright red thread or something so that they could
we
see
should
it better. So what's going to happen is this section from where she's sewn 1/4 of an inch, this is going to all fray once you get it all done and put together. Then you're going to, once you have all your blocks sewn together.
Holy cow, this is fast.
Yeah, it took me no time at all. So if you need a Christmas present really quick that you can do totally at home, you don't have to send it out to the long armor, get yourself a layer cake. Because a layer cake, let's see, so you're going to get 80 10-inch squares. So 80 would be 10 by 8. So your quilt would be 80 by 100. Boom,
That'd be
boom.
a big quilt.
Right, big quilt, yeah. I'm not sure off the top of my head how much fabric you'd need for the background. If it's 80 by 10, you need 3 widths. So 3 widths is 120 by 2.5, 3 yards.
I got a suggestion.
Oh, even better.
Get extra wide.
Get wide.
Yeah.
Margaret's right. Get
Hi,
wide.
Kathy. I am back. Okay, so now that I've done innie, no, this is the outie. And the innie,
Yeah.
now I sew them together.
Right, and again with 1/4 inch between them. And I did my background fabric on why do we always do this? We always show them our mistakes.
I don't know why. I wasn't going to tell them that we made a mistake because I didn't
well, you
finish
didn't.
it.
I did. So this quilt, I was using striped fabric. So if you'll notice,
Because I like striped fabric.
every
on quilts.
other block, the background was going horizontal, vertical, horizontal, vertical. Except here. I have 2 verticals next to each other. See it? Margaret says, "Oh, should we take that out?" And I said, "Nah, they'll never know the difference."
No, so she tells
so
you.
so I tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so she's got 2 blocks sewn together. All right, it looks pretty boring at this point.
At this
I
point,
think.
but look at it now.
Right, but then it becomes this, and so what Margaret did was once I brought her the finished top, and then she just put it on the long arm and did a stitch between. And that's another thing. It needs very little quilting. All right, very little quilting. And you did use cotton bat in it. So
Yes.
I like the cotton with this. Normally we're wool people, but I do like the cotton in this. I just think, I don't know, it seems to make it softer and more snuggly.
And because there's not a lot of quilting, those circles really pop right out.
Exactly. So you don't, I mean, you can in the past. I have made these innie outer quilts and I've done very fancy quilting around this. You know, they have like frames that you could go around there. I've done that and then did something fancy in the middle of the circles. But you don't need to. There's no reason to. So then you're going to get the quilting done, put your binding on it, throw it in the washer and dryer. And then it's going to fray. And I've never had to wash one more than once to get it frayed to where I like it. But
that was
you
only
might.
once.
Yeah, this was once.
One wash, and that was it.
One wash. So I like I said, it's a really cute quilt, and if you need one fast, baby gift, Christmas present, whatever, you can have it done. In the layer, the layer cake, like I said, 80 by 100, roughly. You know, you got to take away your seam allowances and that kind of stuff. But it's going to roughly be 80 by 100, so that's a double bed size quilt that you'd have. And like Margaret said, you'd only need 3 yards of extra wide fabric for the background.
Yeah,
the background
which would make
of it.
Really easy.
Yep, super easy.
Yeah.
So Margaret has this on the website as a kit, correct?
Correct. I kitted it up because Sue was coming up. So if you buy it as the kit, it's cheaper than if you buy them as individuals. So the kits are up there. It's 20. I lost your cheat note. Where is it?
$29.99.
Yep. And if you buy them separate, it's $34.99. So go out and grab your kits. And the rulers are there.
So you've got you got a gift for what, $30?
Yeah.
Well, plus your batting. Got to add your batting in. But yeah, she's got everything there. I just think it's a fun quilt, and I don't know how I believe me, my brain did not design it. I'm incapable of that. So I must have come across the idea somewhere and whipped it up a few years ago, and they make really nice comfy
They're
quilts.
wonderful.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're quick.
Yep.
And they're quick.
And if you need a 10-inch one, and you don't have to clip it. You're right, Lindsay.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Because Margaret and I were talking earlier about those rag quilts that you clipped. You must have sewn the seam a 1/2 inch or 5/8 when you joined.
5/8.
Okay.
It was a big seam.
Okay, and
Yeah.
then you had to go through and cut that, and it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
This you don't have to,
Yeah.
and you get the same effect as the rag quilts.
Yeah.
I've never done one in flannel. I
Why not?
personally haven't sewn a lot on flannel, but you certainly could do it.
Mhm.
Yeah, it would be really nice with flannel too.
If you want to do a 10-inch one and you want to try it out first, the layer cakes are on sale on my website for the mixology. So
I didn't even know that. I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that. I know that now. They're on sale.
They're on sale, so that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
So
well,
no
what are they
clipping.
on sale for?
Like $10 off, I think.
Whoa. Good
Yeah.
deal. Yeah, good deal.
Yeah, I think they're a full $10. Yeah, they're like $28.
Oh, that's a good deal, you guys.
Yep. So
Shoot, you can make a double size almost as well. You got to buy the
you
extra
gotta buy
wide,
the
but
extra
still,
wide.
if
But
you get
still.
3 yards of extra wide, what's that? $40 or something. So get them when they're on sale for Mark, and then you got a really inexpensive gift. What'd somebody say? Was somebody being smart?
No, they're another UFOs. You would have to do more quilting with the layer cake. Actually, what you can do is very easily just do straight line quilting on just next to your seams. So what you're going to do is you put all 3 of your layers together, sit down at your machine and just do straight line, which straight line quilting is a perfect way to teach your grandchildren how to sew because it's just a straight line. So it's not too much. That's all right, Krusty. It's all there, and we'll just keep going.
What's all there?
The video's already gone. Krusty missed a lot of it because
Yeah, because of our problem,
right,
our
because of
speaker
our problem. And then I
Yeah.
wasn't going to go live until 3, and then I went
wondered
live
about
fast.
that.
Yeah,
I
I wondered about that too. But
Yeah.
the only way I could figure out if it was working
Is to do it.
is to do it, and then by then you guys saw me. I couldn't walk away. Couldn't
Right.
help it. So, but we'll keep going on it.
So Margaret was talking about teaching your grandchildren or your children how to sew. I'm doing a after school program at our local school 2 afternoons a week. And there's so many things about sewing that I take for granted. I've done it since I was, 8 years old. These kids, they can't sew a straight line for anything. And I'm working with children that are 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. And even cutting. Now, I don't give rotary cutters. I'm just using scissors. And even scissors, the kids
Are struggling.
they have a lot to learn. Yeah. So I make the projects very simple, and we can complete them. Hopefully we have about an hour's time when they're there. But like I said, I take so much of it for granted because it's second nature to me. But the kids, nope, not so much.
No.
No. Mm-mm.
What age
No.
do you think could do this, or how advanced in their skill level?
Well, the only thing with this one to have the younger kids do it is sewing that circle.
Okay.
Maybe you could sew the circle for them, and as Margaret said, let them just do the straight stitching between. Because I think they'd get frustrated.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they'd get frustrated with the circles. And, that's the biggest thing. Anyone. It doesn't matter whether they're 4th graders or we're 40. If we're learning how to sew, if we get frustrated, then we don't ever want to do it again. So it's better to start with something simple. I mean, we've been doing simple stuff, but they've accomplished it. So that's a big deal. Yeah.
Why don't you grab those, Sue? And quite a few people have popped in again, and I'm just going to show how to do it again.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if I can figure out.
What am I
to
grabbing?
do.
The ruler?
Grab the ruler and the dark fabric and
Okay,
the one's done.
You going to turn me around?
No.
Oh,
You're just here with it.
Okay.
Yeah. Got to bring that. Your cutting mat's right underneath that one. So you
Oh,
can
yeah,
get at that.
I got to remember to take my cutting
Yeah,
mat.
we've had Sue's cutting mat here for a couple of weeks. Ever since she came and helped us do the
What was it?
swap quilt, the block of the month. You helped me cut it.
Okay, so for those of you that just joined us, we're working with a charm square, which has disappeared. Oh, I don't think this is my mat. My mat was much newer and in much better condition.
Oh no! Yeah, no. Look right here,
Yeah,
sister.
I see.
She was gonna try to take my brand new mat.
I was. The one I
Yeah.
was working on earlier was so nice. So you start out with your 5-inch square. You're going to fold it in half. So you've got your fold at the bottom. Your ruler has a line right on the bottom that says fold line. Basically find the center of your 5-inch square. It's not real, it's not do or die, but get an idea where the center is and put that at the center of your 5-inch square. And as I said earlier, you will enjoy this quilt so much more if you have a 28-inch or 28 millimeter, is that what it's called? Millimeter rotary cutter. Because what seems to happen is with your 45, there's grooves in this, actual slots that you put in your, do any of you have, there's some strip cutters out in the market, those types of things? Okay, here's Mark's 45. So if I'm running my 45 through here, what happens is I get about 3/4 of the way around and I hit the side of the groove, and it makes it very difficult to get around. When you're using the 28, it just goes right through. Boom. Just so much easier because your blade is just that little bit smaller, so it works much nicer. So I'm going to take my 5-inch square, which I folded in half. I found the center of it. I'm laying the center along, or the folded edge along the line on my ruler that says fabric fold line, so you can't screw it up. You're going to want to look at it and decide where, because I could actually cut this as a 3-inch circle or a 4-inch circle. But you need to take into consideration that when you cut this, here's your block. Can you see the printed edge? You're going to have a 1/4-inch seam allowance for joining your two. What did you? Oh, here they are. Here's the two Margaret sewed together. So I've lost a 1/4 of an inch where I've joined them, and then I also lose another 1/4 inch where I've sewn around, so I have my frayed edges. So I'm not going to cut it 4 inches. I'm going to cut it as a 3-inch circle. So you just put your 28 rotary cutter in there, and you're just going to cut around like that. And then I didn't cut right. I was surprised that it didn't happen to me the first time. Margaret has the scissors.
What did you do?
I didn't put enough pressure on it.
Oh.
And it didn't cut. Plus, I'm sitting down where the last time I was standing up there.
I
Okay.
can't cut sitting down.
No, most people can't because you're not at the right angle. So here's one, and again, out of every charm square, you get 2 squares. Outie, innie. Okay? Outie, innie. So out of a charm square or a layer cake, you're going to get 80 or 84. Some of them have 42 in it, don't they? So you're going to get 80 or 84 blocks out of every charm square that you get. All right? Sew those together. Do very, very simple quilting. Put your binding on it. Throw it in the washer and the dryer. And your quilt's all done. So simple. Simple, simple. This time of year, we need simple. Right? I'm sewing like crazy. Anybody got questions? I wish you guys could talk to us.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, it takes a while before you get used to it.
I want to know where the batting was.
Yes, Vicky.
What?
You're down to a 3-inch circle.
Yep. So then you take it, once you put all the blocks together, okay, then you treat it just like any other quilt.
Quilt top.
That
Right.
is your quilt top.
Okay.
Then you need to quilt it, and you want to keep the quilting really simple.
Right. There's no need to put elaborate quilting on this. That's why I said I shouldn't say don't if you want to. I've seen really pretty quilting done on these. But if you need a quick gift for Christmas, just do straight line right down through your blocks. Right down through there, and then it's done. Washer and dryer.
Mary, if you do a charm pack, you only need 1.5 yards for the backing.
Right.
That's
Background and backing.
Background and backing.
Right. But don't forget, you need a consistent background, because your background is behind every single one of the blocks. Whether it's an innie or an outie, you've got a background behind it.
Have you ever seen one done that has the background is the neutral? Or the
opposite?
The innies and
No,
the
I
outies is a
haven't.
neutral, and then the background is a print.
No, and there's no reason why you couldn't do that.
It'd be just
Yeah.
as cute.
Yeah, you could. So if you have a charm pack of a solid laying around,
Do the same thing.
or doesn't some fabric company do layer cakes? Yeah, they do. They do them in
they
solids.
do. Yeah, Modi
Yeah,
does. Lots
right.
of them do.
Yeah, so you can have a print for your background, and
Yeah.
solids for your innies and outies for your charm or your layer cake.
Yep.
So yeah.
Somebody asked
yeah.
how big it was.
Um,
I'm grabbing the measuring tape, guys. Is it the same number on each side? I don't
can't
know.
remember.
38.5 by 37.
Okay, so just about square.
Yep, just about.
Yep.
Okay. That's what it makes.
Yeah.
The charm pack makes basically a 37-inch square quilt.
Right. So we're how many? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 times 5 is 45. So you're losing about 7 inches. You're losing about 7 inches with your seams and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which that would make sense. The ruler is called.
So somebody said that she always makes up makes quilts for her kids for Christmas, and she hasn't started it yet. Well,
Here you go.
I bet I know what she's going to be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called the Circle Cut Ruler, and it's by Sharon Holtgren
Yep, Holtgren.
of Easy Quilting. They're out on my website. If you go to the innie outie kit, you'll see right next to it, there's a suggested item. If you click on that, it'll take you right to the ruler so that you can get it.
So if you're playing around with circle quilts, I've had this ruler for a long time, and I've used it often. I haven't just used it for this. Now, don't ask me what I used it for, but I know I have. I've used it for other quilts than this one. Whenever you need a circle for something, I've used it when I've been cutting wool. When I've been playing with wool stuff, I've used it for that. So it does come in handy. It's a good one.
It also does half circles. You can also do a half circle.
Oh, well, sure. Just don't fold your fabric.
Right.
Yeah.
You can also do a half.
I just saw the other day one where people were making a circle quilt. They were getting their circle and they were quartering it.
Oh.
And then they were quartering this part, but mixing each quarter with different fabrics.
Ooh.
I can't remember the name of it, but it was pretty cool. So yeah, you can play with it.
The only place the circles are sewn, and I'll bring this up closer to the camera so you can see it because somebody did ask that. Well, I'm going to try to. I don't know if you can see or not, but there's one seam that's about 1/4 of an inch in on the circle, and that's the only seam there is. Because once we wash it, one of the things that makes this quilt so dang cute is the frayed edges, okay?
No, little kids love, well, we all do because they're comfortable.
Yep. Kirk, Deb, yes, I do sell the ruler. It's in on my website. And it's under rulers, okay? Yeah, it's very, very, very simple and very fast to do. I actually had this done to show you guys last Sunday.
Yes, but
I took it home and got it done, and in no time at all. And it's not normal for it to be done that early.
Yeah, it's a quick one. So if you need a Christmas gift, you got her done.
Yeah, makes it simple, fast and fast. Yep. I wanted to tell you guys about the quilt behind us. You'll recognize this. I'm gonna move the camera a little bit.
I didn't even get
This is last year's swap quilt. This is actually Pat East's quilt. She brought it over for me to long arm. And I have to tell you guys, I am thrilled with how beautiful this quilt is. It really turned out fantastic.
I think it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a nice quilt.
It's just one of those stunning. Here you've got all this color going on. Pat brought it over for me to quilt it, and I wanted you guys to see it. But I also wanted to remind you, Pat brought it over now because Pat has a coupon for a discount on the quilting of it because she was part of our group. So make certain you pull that coupon back out and you get your quilts finished and get them to me because quilting isn't often discounted at all because it's so time consuming. So please make sure that you get these done and get them in so that we can get them quilted and back to you. Okay? Let's see. I'm looking for questions. Yes, just one charm pack is all it took to do this. 1.5 yards of material for the background fabric. Then you'd need 1.5 yards for the backing fabric, okay? That's all it is. Yeah, the quilt is gorgeous. It is so pretty. I have tried to find one of my blocks, and I know she has to have one of them, but I've yet to find one. I mean, Lord, oh Lord, I made an awful lot of
It's
them.
like an I Spy quilt.
Yeah.
You can look at it and look at it.
And yeah, I'm thinking when I have it on a long arm, I may actually finally find one of my fabrics. But
This
so
is
far
the
I
block
haven't.
that I love. There's a block that has legs.
Just the legs right
with,
here.
With ballet shoes on them, and it's upside down. The feet are upside down.
Yeah.
It's really cute.
Or I have the quilt hanging upside down.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Good point. Good point. From our angle right now, it's upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love it. She
Very
did a
pretty.
beautiful job. And speaking of swap quilts, Gail and I have spent the last week, and Sue got a sneak peek at it too. We have designed next year's swap quilt. We're going to throw a couple little twists into it that we didn't do before, but we're absolutely have finalized that they will be quarter square triangles involved, which I am thrilled about. I'm very, very excited about. So we will have quarter square triangles. The quilt has been designed. Gail has started working on it. The fabric has been ordered.
Yeah, I saw the fabric. Fabric's beautiful.
It's absolutely gorgeous. So
It's pretty.
we're really, really excited about it. Oh, let's see. Suzanne loved it. Oh, I missed that. Oh, it's a perfect Christmas gift, Vicki. I'm trying to see if I missed anything.
Literally, you can have this thing done in, you can have it done in a day. An afternoon almost.
Yeah.
I mean, really, it's fast.
It's fast. Kim, the coupon for the quilting on the swap quilt, it would have been in your original package. If you do not have your coupon, just make certain that you tell me that you were part of the swap. Obviously, when I see the quilt, I'll know, and that you want your coupon, okay? All right? So just let me know. Oh, I'm glad you like that friendship quilt. I'm very happy with it. Trying to think if there's anything else going on.
Thanksgiving's in 2 weeks.
Do I have to worry about that?
I don't. But some people do.
Do you want to make a plea for donations for sewing machines?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
When
yes.
I spoke to you earlier, I said that I was teaching sewing at the local school. And the school had 4 machines when I started this little program that they'd already had for some reason. I call them throwaway sewing machines. I said to the director of the program, I said, now, do we have, every program has a budget. We all have budgets. So I said to her, is there money in the budget in case these sewing machines have to be serviced? Because 1 out of the 4 immediately wouldn't work. And she said, oh, you might just as well throw it away and we'll just buy a new one. Because they're plastic parts and they're not fixable. So they're throwaway machines. So what I've decided, I put out to my friends, did anyone have sewing machines that, they weren't using? Quite a few of us seem to have more than one machine. And I had a couple ladies that had old machines that, they'd upgraded. And so I had 2 ladies that donated. And one lady, she was at a quilt show, and I guess she bought like a $5 raffle ticket or something. And lo and behold, she won a little Janome sewing machine, and she gave it to me. She didn't need it. So I got 3 good machines and 3 throwaway machines. I cannot believe the difference in the kids that are working on the better machines. The frustration level is gone because the throwaway machines just have one issue after another. So I'm going to contact my local sewing machine dealer, get a price on 3 good basic sewing machines, and I'm going to set up a GoFundMe.
Mm-hmm.
A GoFundMe, I've never done one. And because I know that, you know, the quilting community would certainly get behind me and throw a few bucks my way to be able to get 3 other good machines to replace the 3 throwaways that, you know, just give the kids problems. So, you know, I'll have Margaret let you guys know when I get it done, and, you know, maybe you can pass it on so that we get the next generation.
Yeah.
The next generation sewing.
Yep, because we got to keep everybody sewing.
Right.
Yeah.
I even have staff members at the school, teachers and aides, that they see what the kids are working on and they want to learn how to do it because they don't know how to sew.
Yeah.
So, so yeah, look for that.
Okay.
Hopefully, I'll get 3 good machines.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. I'm trying to think. Oh, absolutely, Vicky. If somebody's missing their coupon for their swap quilt to be quilted, just let me know. I do have that entire list. I learned that after the very first swap. I now have a separate spreadsheet every year for the swap. So I absolutely have the list of the people. Have you checked with the something foundation for money? Kim, hang on, I can't read it. I can't see it.
Gotta get closer. My doctor told me the other day I was getting old. Thank you very much.
Yep. The Delavan?
Devlin Foundation. No, Kim, I have not. I haven't heard of that. So can you email Margaret?
Yeah.
Or however you guys communicate back and forth?
Email me and I'll pass it on to her. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
'Cause
Thanks,
that
ladies.
will do it. Okay. I'm trying to think if there's anything. Okay. You want to switch or
Sure.
you're going to stay or what are we going to do? Don't leave, yo.
Oh, no, I won't.
Okay, good. Let's see. High school. Your high school has Berninas?
Really?
Whoa.
Wow.
Are you lucky?
Did they want to donate some?
Yeah.
Yeah. I doubt
They won't part with them, Mary.
Yeah.
I can understand why they won't.
I really don't think that I will. Yeah, you know, I hope that I can find machines for $300 is what
Yeah.
I'm hoping for. But I'm gonna check with some dealers and see what prices I can get.
Right.
So we can get something decent.
Yes, Marla, that is the truth. The swap quilting for having it long arm, the coupon for it was the October 1st, okay, through February 1st, okay? Yeah, that is sad. I wish the school would do something with them. We don't have sewing classes anymore at our schools either.
No, we don't either. This is an after-school program.
Yeah, this is the after school. It's not during the school. Yes, I did put a deadline of February 1st on it only because I wanted to encourage you guys to please get them done, okay? Because they're just gorgeous. That's what we're kind of hoping, Faith, is that maybe a dealer will help out. And both of us know some Bernina dealers, so that's where we're heading to once we get the money together Sue gets the money together to do it. Okay? I'm trying to make sure that I've gotten all the questions answered. With all that confusion, guys, I'm really sorry. That's yeah. So, what?
Yeah, but the machines that are the problem can't be repaired.
My husband is having, oh, Julie, we'll be thinking about your husband.
I saw them at,
Yeah.
they were $75.
It is really sad, Vicki, that they have, because now what ends up happening is that consequently we've got a whole new generation that don't even know how to sew on a button. Yeah. Are they really, Arlene? Arlene said in Scotland they're bringing that back into the schools.
Good for them.
Good for you guys in Scotland.
We
That's
should follow
fantastic.
suit.
Hopefully our districts will follow suit. Hi, Suburban. So do do a quilt raffle. Yeah, that's an idea too. We could
What?
do a quilt raffle. Yep,
What do you mean?
To
Quilt
raise
raffle?
money.
raise money.
Oh.
Yeah, do quilt raffles. I mean, I
Oh.
donate the quilting.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
you got
Oh.
quilts up there, you can.
See, isn't
Yeah.
it amazing that you get
Hey,
some
wait a
people
minute.
together?
Time out. You want to know what my mother just said to me? She just said, Margaret, you've got a whole bunch of quilts up there. She's trying to get rid of my quilts.
I bet your mom has a few she could donate
I
too.
Yeah. Yeah. What was the innie and outie fabric kit? Just fabric. Yes, Deb, it is. It is the charm pack to make the fabric, to make the quilt. So it's the charm pack and the background fabric. So it's the charm pack and 1.5 yards of the background fabric. Okay?
I was gonna say, I'm not traveling.
You're not doing what with me?
No, she said copper's not gonna travel with us.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we had to put copper in the car.
That's my golden doodle, you guys.
They have a gorgeous golden doodle, and they did.
He's our baby.
Oh, Deb says she wants 10 tickets already.
Oh, thank you, Deb.
Yep.
Sue, baby.
Yeah, instigating a riot, but that's okay. The block of the month. All of the patterns are ready. All of the videos are done. One of the videos has to be approved by Bernina. It will be sent to them tonight for approval. The 20th is actually on Wednesday. So on Wednesday, everybody's stuff will go out in the mail again. If you have picked to be billed monthly, if you're one of the monthly people, don't forget on Wednesday, your credit cards will be charged for that, okay? Oh, Marla, and the heart blocks were gorgeous. Yeah. So don't forget that. I'm trying to think if I forgot anything else. I do too. Copper, Kathy, Copper's out in the car. Our dogs are in the house, and they were worried about Copper taking off. But next time they come up, I will make sure that you can see Copper. I just had to move all the furniture in the studio in order to be able to do cutting on the mat and sewing on the machine. So consequently, we're like in an upheaval in here. So I'm cleaning when this is over with. That's what I'm doing.
I'm sewing for Christmas.
Sue, what do you think this one?
Oh, that's cool.
Well, kids on it.
Robin Harvey said, I knew that quilt looked familiar. It hung on one of the walls outside of the bedroom I stayed in.
Oh, Robin,
Look.
she's right.
Yeah, you're right, Robin. Yeah.
I'd forgotten that there was one up there.
There was one. It's Sue used, for those of you that don't know, my sister Sue used to own a quilt shop. It was one of the top 10 quilt shops by McCall's. Better Homes and Gardens. Is it, what's the name of the
Quilt sampler.
Quilt Sampler magazine. That's what it is. How could I forget that? Anyhow, she was in the magazine. And upstairs upstairs on her quilt shop, there was a inn where you could go, and you could, a retreat center. You could go and spend the night in the great big huge sewing room, and oh my gosh, it was just wonderful. My sister Jane and my mom and I used to go there and spend the night, and we would be upstairs. Once the shop closed, we would go downstairs and shop. And it was wonderful. In our pajamas, it was just great. And then on top of that, there would be nights that Sue would go home and say, oh, this needs reorganizing or that needs redone. And we would just turn the entire downstairs shop upside down. And then the poor girls, when they came to work the next day, oh, it was always a mess when we got done. But we loved it. We'd walk around in our pajamas and do all kinds of things. So it was quite great. We loved it. So, all right, I'm reading comments again. We're doing hugs. I'm sorry, guys. Some people are having a hard time. Oh, Mary says that her school's got cooking but no sewing.
Oh, well, that's cool.
What year were you in the magazine? Do you remember what year it was?
Is it 8?
I opened in 2004. It might have been 8 or 9.
2008 or 2009, she thinks. And
It was the fall issue.
it was the fall issue, and the name of her store was Oh Susanna's Quilts and Gifts. Yeah. That's when she was in for. Oh, Kathy's looking for a buff Cocker Spaniel. Oh, neat. Yeah, Wendy, it really was. It really, really was neat to do. We loved it. Mom and Jane used to go for New Year's Eve. It was just time that she really wanted to be able to do other things. She got married. She wanted to travel more. And running a quilt shop is really tough. There's a lot. It's really tough.
There's a lot of behind the scenes
that you guys never see that just, makes it tough. So she was just really ready. Oh.
I had an Amazon delivery the other day. And it's a separate room.
Yep. Okay, go look for it. Yep, it's Oh Susanna's, and it was in Watkins Glen, New York.
It's not
Oh,
usually
Kim, I haven't
necessary.
seen a lead on an Airedale in a long time.
I thought, what's that vehicle doing?
Kayak, just simply it was time.
Oh, they're here.
She wanted to travel more and do different things, and so it was just time.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Yeah, that's true, Suburban. A lot of people, their penmanship is horrible.
Margaret did
Yep.
a beautiful job on those 2 old ones.
Okay, guys, I am actually going to sign off. I'm so sorry with everything that happened. Believe me, my poor granddaughter will not be on the computer again.
She better.
But in the meantime, I'm sorry about what happened. Don't forget everything that's going on. The innie outie kits are out on the website. There's a link directly to the ruler from the innie outie kit. Don't forget to get your last year swap quilt done because you do have a discount on the long arming on it. The block of the month is ready to come out on Wednesday. I will release 1 video a day. So from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, you'll get a new video. Each video, I'm focusing on a different part of putting the blocks together. So on one video, I may be focusing on my machine. On another video, I'll be focusing on the cutting. So I'll keep going around so that we get everything, but not in one big long video. I think that's it. Okay, guys? Have a fantastic rest of your Sunday, and thank you for sticking around during all of this confusion. But I got it. We got it fixed. Just took longer than we wanted. Is my sister coming over to say goodbye?
Oh, I will. Yeah.
Here she comes.
All right. I'm coming. Thanks, guys. I know you don't have any say in, when Margaret brings in a special guest, but thank you for listening to me. Maybe she'll invite me back sometime.
I keep telling her she can come any Sunday she wants. The doors are open.
But I won't see you for a few more weeks. So
No.
for those of you that celebrate Thanksgiving, have a great Thanksgiving.
I think we
Don't
have
cook
to do,
if you don't have to.
Yeah, I think we have to do something on New Year's Day again.
Oh, all right. Yeah, we'll think. Yeah. Actually, I was thinking about this the other day. I think we should do something that's a really difficult, and then Margaret can shine because she is the accurate piecer, and I just like to do things. So, though
Frickin'
if I beat you again, that'd be 3 years. So we'll see.
Yeah. See, guys, she's going to want to beat me again just
That's
because
right.
she's that competitive.
That's
Oh, well. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you again soon. Bye.